Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, 4 Braden River High School students are arrested and charged with sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl.
A 5th suspect remains at large tonight. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from Braden River High School with the very latest. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, students walked out of Braden River High School after school today. Some of them just hearing about their fellow classmates' arrests for the first time. Others were still in the dark. It's been 5 months since that alleged attack, but it wasn't until last week that the victim says she got the guts to report the incident to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. A 13-year-old girl tells the Manatee County Sheriff's Office that she snuck out of her home back on August 18th to meet a boy and watch Netflix. Then 4 other teenage boys came over, and she says she overheard an argument between them, talking about her age and virginity. She says then one of the boys came back into the room, made her take off her clothes, and began to have non-consensual sex with her. Then, according to the arrest report, 4 other boys came in one by one and had non-consensual sex with the 13-year-old. According to the arrest report, one of the boys originally denied having sex with the girl, then later admitted that he did, but claimed that she consented. The teen says it took her this long to come forward because she feared for her safety. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is not commenting on the case at this point. The school district released the following statement, saying, quote, "The alleged incident did not occur at a school or at a school function. Due to student privacy concerns, no further information can be provided. This remains a law enforcement matter, and any further information needs to be addressed by law enforcement." From a psychological perspective, therapists say it isn't unusual for sexual assault victims to wait to report an incident or never even report them at all.
There's shame, guilt, embarrassment. How do you say it? How do you tell it to your family that, well, I have had sex with 5 males when you're a teenager, and it's definitely something you don't want to talk to your parents or any adult.
Of course, sexual assaults can be very traumatic for kids at that age.
Especially when it happens to a child, is way more traumatic because the child will take everything into the future with her.
It's unclear whether or not these boys will return to school here. That'll be determined by the district. Reporting live in Bradenton, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you so much. Parents and students can get some advice on how to apply for college financial aid at an upcoming event. In partnership with Talent for Tomorrow, Sarasota County families are being offered free assistance completing federal student aid. In the past, this has boosted the number of students applying by 9% year to year. These federal student aid labs are being offered to high school seniors at Northport High School on February 20th, at Booker High School on March 6th, and then at Sarasota High on March 20th.
Manatee County students looking to the future today by attending a prayer breakfast to raise scholarship money. Take Stock in Children held the event this morning at the Bradenton Area Convention Center, where more than 500 people were in attendance, along with 30 scholar students. The prayer breakfast was in hopes of raising college scholarship money for 6th to 8th grade students enrolled in the Take Stock in Children program.
All right, breezy day on the Sun Coast, but pretty nice today, a little warmer. Let's get to check on our weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, it was a cool start to this morning with the wind blowing and temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s across the area. Made it feel a lot colder, but it warmed up quite nicely this afternoon as some sunshine moved in and the clouds, for the most part, moved out. We had some high cirrus clouds around. Dew point is coming up, and that means not as cool tomorrow, but still will be slightly below seasonal averages. And with that wind out of the northeast, it'll make it feel cooler once again to start the day off on Friday. But look at that pressure, 30-30. That's way up there, continuing to rise through this evening. Now the day planner for Friday looks to be pretty good, although a little bit warmer than the start. And we'll see temperatures gradually warm back into the mid-70s. We'll see a few clouds around, but generally sunny skies to start the morning, and then just partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. No mention of any rainfall around tomorrow, so it looks to be really quite nice. And current temperatures across the state, I have 50s, 60s, and 70s now. 73 in Miami, 72 in the Key West, 65 in Orlando. And as far as the moisture content goes, we're not looking at much going on here as far as that is concerned. We'll have more in our forecast. Tell you about a storm system which is going to bring some heavy rainfall to parts of Florida coming on Sunday. Details on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Legislation that would make texting while driving a primary traffic offense continues to move forward in the Florida legislature. Right now, texting while driving is a secondary offense, meaning drivers can only be cited if they're pulled over for other reasons. Today, the Judiciary Committee became the second House panel to approve the bill, which would allow police to stop drivers simply for texting behind the wheel. However, the House committee did not agree to add an amendment requiring the race and ethnicity of the driver ticketed to be recorded by police. A Senate panel added that stipulation to its legislation earlier this week, meaning a compromise will need to be worked out.
We all do it. It's a culture on our roadways. In the last 2 years, motor vehicle fatalities jumped the largest 2-year increase in more than 5 decades.
Both the House and Senate bills have one more committee stop before each can be heard by the full chambers. Now, the legislation will have to be identical and approved in both the House and Senate before the measure can then be sent to Governor Scott for final approval.
ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern joining us now. Thank you so much, Richard. And it looks like the records are continuing to fall on Wall Street on this Thursday.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think too many of us are complaining. We did see a record today. We saw a record for the Dow. We saw a record for the Standard & Poor's 500 index. We didn't see a record for the NASDAQ, but that's, again, fractional. And I just want to take 1 second and put everything in perspective. Usually, on an annualized basis, the Standard & Poor's 500 index is up plus or minus 8% annually. Well, today's the 25th of January, and the Dow and the S&P are both up by more than 6%. Remember, in less than a month. And the NASDAQ is up by more than 7%. So no matter how you like the numbers or don't like them, they look pretty darn good. Let's take a look at the figures. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up by another 141 points, more than 0.5%, closing at 26,392.79 on heavy volume of 897 million shares. The NASDAQ is the only down arrow, and it barely moved, down 4 points, not even 0.1%, closing at 7,411.16. That on volume of 1,922 million shares. And the S&P, yes, indeed, a record, even though that too is less than 0.1%, not even 2 points at 2,839.25. Well, guess what, Amazon? You've got competition. Amazon Prime is now going to be looking at something called Target Shipt. Target bought a company called Shipt, spelled S-H-I-P-T, and they are starting a program whereby they are going to have same-day delivery. And the pilot programs are in Tampa, Florida, and in South Florida. They're going to start on February 1st, which is a week from today, and they're going to start in February 8th in 12 other communities as yet unnamed in Florida. So there's a very real possibility that you might be able to use Target Shipt pretty darn quickly right here. And again, Amazon Prime right now owns that business, but Target's not going to go down without a fight, and frankly, neither is Walmart. So when you put it all together, you've got online, and more online. Well, this one is not online, but we had a first meeting today. We've been talking to you about the fact that we're having conversations with the Sterns. We had 12 people come today. We only fit 12, but if you'd like to come next week, it's Thursday at 1:30 in the afternoon. Feel free to look at our website, sternbaird.com, or simply Google Stern Baird, or simply call 906-2847. We'll talk about absolutely anything that you might want to talk about. And again, it's next Thursday at 1:30 in the afternoon.
So you guys had a good turnout for this first one.
We were oversubscribed, so we
Wow.
stopped it at 12. And again, we're going to keep it at 12 because that's what we can really work with.
Impressive.
Thank you, Richard.
You're
Still
welcome.
to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a Colorado sheriff's deputy shot and killed after responding to an assault in progress. One of the latest on the search for those responsible.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. Plus, as the number of flu cases rise across the country, the latest research on how the flu can affect a person's organ systems.
The ABC 7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
For the last decade, SNS Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease the all-new Subaru Impreza for just $185 a month, or get 0% financing and 0 down with complimentary maintenance included. That's right, not 1 penny down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Bang Gates and Dramis, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
A sheriff's deputy shot and killed in the line of duty in Colorado. One suspect is under arrest tonight, but investigators are still searching for 2 others. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest.
A glowing procession of officers in Colorado mourning one of their own. 31-year-old Adams County Sheriff's Deputy Heath Gum was responding to a call of an assault in progress outside of Denver Wednesday evening, running after one of the suspects when investigators say that man opened fire, shooting Gum in the chest.
It is a great, incredible sadness that we report that our deputy was transported and pronounced dead at the hospital.
Investigators say Deering was then chased through a neighborhood and finally arrested. But 2 other suspects, considered potentially armed and dangerous, got away. Authorities going door to door, still trying to track them down.
The cousin knocked my door too.
What were they asking you?
They didn't want to check my yard and my trucks.
Gum's death comes less than a month after another Colorado Sheriff's Deputy, Zachary Parrish, was killed by a suspect. According to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, Gum is now the 4th officer to die in the line of duty in this country already this year. And Gum had been on the force since 2012. We're told he leaves behind a wife and family. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
In the wake of Hurricane Maria's destruction, Puerto Rico's governor has submitted a revised fiscal plan, and it does not look good. The plan estimates that the U.S. Caribbean territory's economy will shrink by 11% and its population will drop by nearly 8% next year. The proposal released today also does not set aside any money to pay creditors in the next 5 years as the island continues to struggle to restructure a portion of its $73 billion debt. A federal control board overseeing Puerto Rico's finances has to approve of the plan.
A transportation plan is coming together for this year's hurricane season in Sarasota County. It's designed for those who do not live near an evacuation center, specifically for people who live in the Venice area, which doesn't have one nearby. A peer review study of last year's hurricane season will be released early next month, and county commissioners are already looking for temporary solutions as this year's hurricane season approaches. Building a new shelter in the Venice area would be a long-term solution, which of course could take years. Hurricane season, remember, starts June 1st. And that is the The thing to talk about today as we continue our look at severe weather awareness.
Severe Weather Awareness Week and hurricanes and hurricane safety. It's never. I just thought about it today. You know, it's approaching pretty quickly again. You know, just in a few months, it'll be here once again. And it looks as though you know, everyone should take note that you know, even though we're not in hurricane season right now, hurricanes have occurred and tropical systems have occurred outside of the actual beginning of the season too. So you always kind of have to have that prepared aspect of it, but they're usually pretty strong. I mean, weak, I should say, in the early part of the season. A satellite goes east, showing no hurricanes around, but there is a storm system developing to the west of us. It's a low pressure area which will develop on the tail end of a frontal boundary, and this frontal boundary will eventually sweep through here, bringing with it a good chance for showers and some storms in our direction. Currently, we have 69 degrees and partly cloudy skies, and the dew point temperature is at 50 right now. Winds are brisk out of the northeast and east at 17 miles an hour, and the pressure 30-30, and that is continuing to rise right now. And as far as our forecast is concerned, we are looking at pretty decent weather tomorrow. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer than we saw today. They will be noticeably, again, breezy cooler as far as feels like temperature goes for us tomorrow, but that'll be not nearly as bad as it was this morning. The Van Wezel webcam showing some clouds out there earlier, and those clouds again moving off to the east as a result of the upper level winds from the west to the east, and a beautiful sunset expected once again tonight. Send your pics into PIX at mysuncoast.com. And speaking of pictures, a lot of them sent in today. Look at this interesting cloud shadow, we call it, the cirrus clouds associated with the contrails, cirrus contrails, condensation trails from jet aircraft that fly at 30,000 feet, casting a shadow on a cloud deck that you see right there. And we saw a lot of those today. Casey Key, that's not Casey Key, it's not Fred Seeger either. But we had weather headlines read like this. Warmer Friday, clouds on the increase Saturday in advance of a storm system, which will give us a first alert day on Sunday and Sunday night now, it looks like. So Sunday and Sunday night is when we're going to see the worst of the weather. And as far as the forecast goes, the timing is still a suspect as far as the rainfall goes entering into our weather picture on Sunday. It looks as though now the models are shifting later in the afternoon into the evening as far as the showers go and the thunderstorms. And it looks like the bulk of the heavy rain will be to the north of us at this point as far as any kind of rough weather goes. But high pressure dominating the weather over the southeast. We have the cirrus jet in place right now. Our cirrus clouds associated with the subtropical jet stream moving overhead. But we are looking for a windy night as the pressure gradients tighten up right here. We are looking at windy conditions throughout this region as a result, again, of the pressure gradient tightening up across the region. And as far as the forecast goes, we are counting on some showers to be around, as I mentioned, on Sunday, but not much going on for us throughout the days before that. And right now, the computer logging up. That's what's happening right now. And we'll go out to the tower cam, see if we can't fix that right now. We'll toss it to traffic then. Traffic.
All right, Bob, thank you. In our first alert traffic right now, no crashes in the area. We are seeing some slowdowns, though, where we typically see them this time of day. That's on I-75 heading north right around University Parkway. A couple little spots north of Fruitville. And then once you get past University, things clear up after that. Jacqueline?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, the flu virus has been relentless this season, leading to the death of dozens of young children. And now, as Zachary Quiche reports, we're learning more about the link between the virus and increased chances of a heart attack.
Got the flu? You're not alone. The CDC says there have been nearly 9,000 confirmed flu-related hospitalizations. That's almost double the number at this point last year. Now, a new study appearing in the New England Journal of Medicine says that you are 6 times more likely to get a heart attack after you contact the flu virus.
Theories as to why that happens, it actually makes sense in terms of the physiology. There is inflammation when we have an upper respiratory viral infection. That triggers an increased clotting risk, and then there's oxygen demand and supply mismatch that can affect the heart.
The flu's wrath has already been seen, and it's not just in cold weather environments either. In North Carolina, 6-year-old Emily Grace Muth died within 4 days of getting sick.
She was breathing a little bit heavier than she was, and all of a sudden she just raised up and went back down, and I noticed that I'm like, Emily, And then I noticed that she wasn't breathing.
And in West Palm Beach, Florida, the virus was too much for this 12-year-old boy, according to his family. By the time the local sheriffs responded, he was dead. In another school district closing its doors due to increasing flu activity, Gulf District Schools in Port St. Joe, Florida, keeping students at home in order to sanitize all buildings. At least 30 children have died this year as a result of the flu. 85% of those were kids that did not get the flu shot. A reminder of the importance vaccinations play. Zachary Quiche, ABC News, New York.
Still to come, a terrifying midday shootout is all caught on camera. And the Eagles-Patriots Super Bowl rivalry kicks off with a food fight. Those stories coming up next.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
It's time to take a road trip.
Alabama's got 100 road trips, and some of the best are music to your ears, like the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. Or head over to Muscle Shoals and Fame Studios. Are you a star yet?
My mama thinks so.
Or, if that's your stomach I hear grumbling, our barbecue is almost a religious experience. Food good here? Best in the country. Alabama's got 100 road trips.
Which one you gonna take?
Start the year off with big savings during the Start Something New event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Why settle for less when you can shop the Suncoast's largest selection? Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $24,999. Or drive away in a beautiful new Chrysler 300 for as little as $21,999. That's right, save over $9,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
The classic film Singing in the Rain is coming to the Players Center in a live stage show opening January 17th. All the dances and all the songs you've come to know and love, all a part of our Wild Broadway series. Get your tickets now for this limited run by calling the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. You too can be singing in the rain.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Police in the Florida Panhandle are looking for a suspect after a drug-related shootout went down in the middle of a busy intersection.
And the entire thing was all caught on camera. And Jeremy Roth gives us a look.
A terrifying shootout at a stoplight was caught on camera in Florida. Two suspects exchanged 10 to 12 rounds during the midday shootout. Amazingly, no one was injured. Dashcam video of the incident was released by Escambia County officials who believe the shootout was drug-related. One suspect has already been arrested, and authorities are looking for another. All right, moving on. While Super Bowl preparations are ramping up in Minneapolis, fan rivalries are heating up in Philadelphia and Boston, starting with a food fight. One Philadelphia donut shop is banning all Boston cream donuts. Dottie's Donuts say they won't sell the creamy confections until after the big game. Boston, never wanting to be one-upped, responded banning all Philadelphia-related items from Esplanade Park. This includes Philly sportswear, cheesesteaks, and even cream cheese. The tongue-in-cheek ban also prohibits bald eagles from loitering in the park. Really? Well, while we're having petty squabbles over sports ball, workers in China built an entirely new railway station in under 9 hours. About 1,500 crew members worked in groups during the overnight hours, completing the massive project. The groups worked on different tasks, from demolishing old rails to relocating junctions. The new station is a crucial part of the 153-mile Nanping-Longyan Railway. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Wow.
Pretty incredible.
Right.
9 hours.
That went by fast for them,
Yep.
I'm sure. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a legal battle brewing in Venice. How Venice officials are responding to accusations that they are in violation of Florida's Sunshine Law.
Plus, a look at the proposal to reduce the amount of big rig traffic in downtown Venice.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. Now lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $219 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. It is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast, with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 3rd and 4th at the Venice Community Center. Go to vaos.org online for more details.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.